Hello, please tell me, can you hear me? Please tell me, can you hear me and can you see my screen? Please message in the comment box. Can you see my screen? Okay, so this is the series in which I am going to start what Reactjs. What we are going to start is the Reactjs. So first of all, let us do a very little theory about like what is React. So in this session, we are going to start our React.js. Fine. What is React.js basically? React.js, you can say, is a JavaScript framework. What it is? Simple JavaScript framework. Framework means what now? Framework means there is some way to use a particular thing. Okay. So React gives you what? React gives you uh, some inbuilt code that you can use, means some inbuilt functions that you can use, and it gives you a particular structure that you should follow in order to work with the React. Okay, so that's why it is called framework. Framework means something which has some libraries, mean the inbuilt things, as well as some particular architecture you need to follow. So React.js is the JavaScript framework by which you can create single page applications. Okay, they are very popular nowadays. Single page applications. What is single page application? Means all the things will be inside the single page only. Means whenever I will load my page or I will load my website, it will get fully loaded at a single point, and after that whenever I change the content, some section of my page will get changed, not the complete page. Earlier what was happening in the previous things or in our normal website, not the single page website, is let us consider that this is my website. Okay, and over here it has some button. All right, and I am saying that when the user click on this particular button, it will perform some action or anything. So what will happen in the previous, like languages, or you can say in the previous methodology, that it will simply do what? Send the request to the server. Okay, and server will again send the response back to the web page. Okay, so it will send the request to the server. Server will send the response back to the client. Okay, so this is what the client and server cycle. So every time you post the request to the server and server return you something, your page will get what? Reload. Okay, you can see on the web page it will get a reload. So what is the thing? Suppose I have a number of content on my web page, and for every single thing, if it is getting reload, then but obvious my website will be slow. Okay, so this is the normal applications. What happens in the single page application is, suppose this button is doing some work which will change this particular area only. Okay, so in place of redirecting the whole page or reloading the complete page, what it will do, it will just update this particular section of the page. Okay, so the user will not see any changes in the URL. URL will be same, only the content of the web page will change. So this is the main concept behind single page application, and they are very fast as compared to your traditional applications, and that's why all these framework React.js, or you can say Angular, all these things are, that's why very popular. Okay, so we have two types of thing, basically mini stack and mono stack. In mini stack, we have MongoDB, Express.js, Angular, and Node.js. In the mono stack, we have MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. Yes. So here component only change, right? So let us see how we can do, how the React.js is working, so that you can, like work in this way, that you can update this section or something like that. All right, so in order to do that, what we'll do is we will create the components. Okay, so components are what? Let me show you first. Suppose this is my web page again. Okay, and inside this web page, I can have multiple containers. Like you can say this is the menu, home, about us, contact us, gallery. This is a banner. This is some section 1. This is some section 2. Right? So there can be multiple sections. So what a Reactor is saying, that for each and every section, you can create a separate component. Okay, for each and every section you can create a separate component, right? So in the React, the only thing that we will do is what? We will create the component, and we can use it. Very first thing is we can create the component once, and we can use it a number of times, right? Suppose I have this section that I want to use over here, and after at the bottom of the page I also want to use the same section. So what I will do, I will create the component for this one, and I will use that component over here and here also. Alright. Now the thing is how we can create a component and how we can apply. In a very simple words, you can say, when creating the component, you are creating your own text using React. Okay. Suppose I create a component with the name first. Okay. Suppose I create a component. We will see how we can create it. So first, and after that, when I want to use this component, simply you need to give it something like first. Okay. So you can see over here, you will create your own tag. What we have in the HTML is the inbuilt tags that we can use. Okay. In React, you can create your own tags with the help of the present HTML tags. Okay. What I can do that this first tag, whenever I will define its coding or its functionality, I will say it will return me some paragraph D or something. At the end, we are going to use the HTML inside it. Okay. So this is a thing. So React is what a framework in which we create the multiple components for multiple things, and then we can use one component inside other component. Okay. Yes, you can also use that one. Like this one is fine and this one is also fine. Okay. So both are perfectly fine. So this is a thing. Now let us see what we need in order to work with the Reactjs. Basically, you should have the Node.js and the npm installed. Okay. And I am going to use a package npx that will create a new React app for me by using the package create React app. Alright. So right click over here, means any folder where you want to create a new folder for React. I will right click here over here. The editor that I am going to use is VS Code. Okay. So if you have VS Code installed, you can see this option open with code over here. I have my Node.js and npm installed. If you don't have that one, you can install it easily. Very simple steps for same. If you need video for the same, please tell me in the comment box. So from the menu, what I will do, I will go to the terminal. Okay. Terminal is basically your PowerShell window, you can say. Okay. Over here, we can use the npx or npm. Okay. I'm not going in the deep of npm and npx, but npm is what is Node Package Manager. Okay. Means by using npm, I can use a package which I can install a package or something else. Okay. By using npx, what I can do, suppose after npx I write create React app and the name of app. So say app tutorial or tutorial app. Okay. Don't give the special symbols and all over here. So npx give me the facility to use the package create React app without using it. Okay. All this concept npm, npx package and all belongs to Node.js. So we are not going in that particular deep concept. Create React app, I can say you, is a package that will create a basic React app for you. So let me press enter. So obviously you should have the good internet connection for it, or at least the internet connection for the same. And depends on your system configuration, it can take time. Okay. Don't think like it will take only 1 minute or 2 minutes or something. Up to your system, as per your system configuration, it will take time. Okay. You can see over here when I run the command, it is creating a folder with the name that I give tutorial app, and after that it will do what? Install all the dependencies that we need in order to create a React project. Okay. And if you are not using this particular thing, create React app package, then you need to do each and everything manually. Okay. So create React app package is doing a lot for you. Meanwhile, you can ask me if you have any doubt in this one, since it is a live session, so I cannot skip this part. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. No, actually, it is not a single thing. Are going to use the multiple things, so we cannot use basically the CDN for the same. We should have the Node.js installed and all these things. So that's why we are using it over here only. It is not like the same with the Bootstrap or with the jQuery, right? Let us wait for a minute because it will install all the required dependencies. Once it will install all the things, what I will do is I will run the application. Okay, and we will see how it creates a very basic React app for us. See, before Node.js, we don't have the concept to run JavaScript on the server. For the server, we are dependent on the things like server-side languages. You can say .NET, Java, PHP, or any other server, Python, any other server-side language. So, by using Node.js, it is possible for us to find. So, hmm, mhm. Sorry, can you hear it now? Voice is coming now. Hey guys, now can you hear me? Please tell me. Okay, great. So what I was saying is by using the npm start, my project will start working, or you can say your server will get started. Okay, and over here in now we are going to learn that how we can learn that how the execution goes. Okay, so in any website, not only React, not only .NET, or in the any website, the very first thing that will show on the web page, because but obvious you have the web address over here, either facebook.com, twitter.com, abc.com, right? You are not going to type abc.com/index or /default or anything. So by default, whatever index page you will give in your project folder will come as a default page for your website. Okay. Same in the case of React also. So let us see how we can change the things over here. Okay. So go to the public. Over here, I have a file index.html, and this is the very basic HTML. You can see all these things are HTML file. And over here, you can see the only thing we have is a div with the ID root. Okay, so we know by JavaScript we can change the content of the web page, and that is the concept they are using. So they are using this particular root div for creating the application, means all of your things that you will do will come inside this particular div. Now where, so come to the point over here in the source folder, we have something called index.js. Fine. You can see over here it is creating a constant root. Okay, so what they are doing, they are creating a DOM. Okay, I'm not going in the deep of the theory, I will explain it later, but now, right now it is of no use. So basically get element by id root will select this particular div. Okay, and react dom dot create root will create this one as a parent container for all the other things. And root dot render means what? That this particular component will get a render inside that particular div. Okay. Now what is this component? So this is the component that is given by the create react app, and components are nothing simple JavaScript functions by which you are returning some HTML. Okay. So this is the one component which is given to us inbuilt. You can see over here app.js. And app.js, as I told you already, what it is, a function. Always remember the name of the function should be inside, should start with the capital alphabet, and it should return some HTML. And it can only return a single tag. You cannot return multiple tags. If you want to return multiple tags, you need to enclose them inside a parent tag. Okay. See, this is what the content that you are seeing on your browser. Let me do one thing. Remove all these things. Remove this class as well. And over here, inside this div, I will create a heading. Welcome to our app. Okay. So this is what we are doing. Save the changes, and then we'll see. on the browser window how it is working. So saved, go to the browser, I'll come to our app. Alright. So this is, I applied just some changes to the basic app, and whatever I will do now is I am going to write inside the app. Means I will create the new component and then I can use that component over here like the same heading tag or any tag. Okay. So let us do one thing. Right click on the source, give it a name first.js. Okay. Always remember to give it with the capital alphabet. Now we will write function first, and this function should return something. Whatever you will type as a return will come as the HTML of your web page. Over here in the H2, let us write this is our first component, and inside the paragraph some dummy text, anything you can write. Alright, so this is the thing. Now file is created, function is created, but in order to use it in other file or somewhere else, you need to export it. Okay, so from this particular file, I want to export default first. Okay, export default first will do what? It will export the function first by default. Yes, you can use .jsx also in place of JS. That is also fine. So come to our app.js. Now in order to use this component first you need to import it. So import first from the name of file. This is what you are exporting. This is the name of file, basically the complete path. Over here, after this, how we can use it? You can see first and something like this. Save it. What it is saying, first is declared but never used. So why? Because let us see it is where. So if I type slash anything, no. If I type dot slash first, still not found. So over here we have function first, export default first, that will be the JSX element. Over here we want to use that, so this is done. Always don't forget to save your pages. Okay, if you didn't save them, they will give you the error. So you can see this is our first component and this is the code. This is coming from where? This is coming from my first component. This is I directly wrote in the app component. Okay. Now if you want to create any other component also, you can create the component and just add it over here, or you can add that component in the first component or anywhere. That is of the your choice. Okay. So I hope this is clear to all of you. Is it clear? Is it clear? If yes, so please subscribe my channel. You will get a lot of new videos of JS, React, Angular, MongoDB, Express, Node.js and all. Okay.